Hey folks, welcome to Week in Review. This is a short video where we give short summaries of the longer reviews that we did over the past week. We tell you what we think of them, and if you're interested, you can find the links in the videos for more information about, you can watch the full review if you want to. Are you ready? I am. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Garcia here. Last week we put out a new best of the month, so go check that out if you want to hear about some hot new games we've been playing. And I reviewed 3 games. I reviewed Take That, which is a card game of the numbered cards variety. Think 6 Nymph, something like that. And this one is interesting, but I wouldn't say it rises to the top of that genre. The plays, the moves in the game are sort of pretty much obvious. If you're holding a card that's going to get you a couple of points, you play it. If you can avoid taking negative points, you do that. The game's not bad, but it also, isn't one of the best in that style of game. I also reviewed Keops, a 2-player only tile laying game where the tiles are triangular. It's very visually appealing. And the game is neat, but the scoring sort of obtuse, and the game can be very swingy, I wouldn't recommend it unless you are okay with a lot of sort of in-your-face interaction and purely tactics, reactionary sort of gameplay. And lastly, I reviewed Citadel's 2016 edition, and this is really a fantastic printing of this game. It feels like a master set of Citadels where they have all the original content, all of the Dark City expansion content that came out some years after the original game, and then a bunch of new content as well, which is really folds right into it, and it is all fantastic. You get to build your own set of characters of special cards and play the Citadel's version that you want to play. I would very much recommend that. And that's it for me. I will see y'all next time.
I did 5 videos this week for you. One of them was Throat Punch Lunch, a variety show of sorts that I just compile all the different segments that my contributors send in, and it's that there for your viewing pleasure. Almost an hour of video this week, but I think it's all worth your while. So go check that out. It's called Contest Winners because we just ended our contest. A little bit too late for you guys to get into that. I'm sorry. But it's a great episode, so go check that out. And then I also did 2 reviews and 2 informational videos. The 2 reviews were for Agamemnon, a abstract strategy game from Osprey Games, set in the Iliad, Homer's The Iliad, and so it's pretty neat. It's very bland looking, and that was my main criticism of it, but it's a decent abstract strategy game other than that, so go check that video out. Also did a review for Tanks, the starter set, the Panther versus the Shermans starter set for Tanks from Gale Force 9. Really interesting introductory level war game for Tanks skirmish level. So really neat game. Go check that review out. And then I also did 2 of those informational videos. One for Firefly the game expansion Blue Sun set. So that one is just kind of letting you know what's coming in that, or what is in that expansion, and how it affects the game. And then I also did a kind of a different kind of informational video where I'm showing how to put together a lot of these different GW Games Workshop miniatures that are coming in some of these new games that they're presenting as board games. And so some of you haven't just, it's kind of a peek behind the veil almost, because I want to show you what it's like so you know what to expect when you buy some of these different games. So that's it for me. See you on the flip side.
I did not do as many reviews last week as I normally do because we're looking for Dice Tower headquarters, and that's been taking up a good chunk of my time. But I was able to get 3 reviews done. First, I did Landon Toppin, which is a game about countries, and essentially you are playing these countries and saying this one has the highest population, this one has the highest elevation, or whatever. It's very fun back and forth style game that works really well, I think. I like to see an English, the game has English in it, but I like to see a nicer English version of it. It's more educational but fun. Then there was Castles of Calendale. Wow, this game is fun. You are building out of tiles this castle. It's made of 3 different types of material. You're building it and rearranging it, kind of like Carcassonne, but you can rearrange the tiles when you want, and when you're done, it looks really cool. Super fun from Renegade Games. And also from Renegade Games, Clank Sunken City. This is an expansion for Clank. in which you have underground water areas that are now in Clank. So you'll definitely, it adds a board, adds more cards, adds more stuff in general. So that's a lot of fun. Definitely check that out. Also, I did my best of publishers. I took a look at Uberplay, AEG, and Jolly Roger games. So if you want to find out what my 10 favorite games from those are, and I also did my top 10 favorite robot games. Alrighty, well that's pretty much everything we did on the Dice Tower this week. Check it out. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching the Dice Tower Week in Review.